The impact of wages on employee productivity. One of the purpose of being the employer or labor of a company is to earn an income in the form of wages or compensation. Wages are earned can fulfill basic necessities such as food, clothing and housing. Every company in setting the amount of the wage paid to an employee must be viable, so that the lowest wage given to meet the needs of life. Aspects of wages becomes important because to be effective if linked to productivity for real. An effective wage strategy is expected to contribute on the viability of the unit of work, the realization of the vision and mission, as well as for the achievement of the targets of work. MAR 2012 Employee productivity measurement using the net value added shows wages and employees' performance has positive correlation, but the rate of growth of wages per worker. It means that there are factors other than wages which improving in employee productivity. That is non-monetary factors. Nyack and Patra, 2013. As a result, in this study, we investigate the empirical impact of wages on employee productivity. For these reasons, the researchers was inspired to conduct a study on what roles exist and the impact of wages on employee productivity. Wages become an important aspect of being effective if linked to the performance significantly. MAR 2012. The Act prescribes the standards and criteria for minimum wage fixing, demand for living wages, the needs of workers and their families. Bursales 2009. Employee productivity is an assessment of the efficiency of a worker or group of workers. In actual terms, productivity is a component which directly affects the company's profits. Gummison, 1998, pointed out that minimum wage could impose a restriction on the amount of benefits offered by firms. Maloney and Mendez, 2004. The theory of efficiency of wages, also called the efficiency wage hypothesis, suggests that worker productivity has a positive relationship with pay. The theory of efficiency wages serves to rationalize why certain businesses choose to pay workers more than they need to fill positions. The following conceptual framework undertakes the focus of the study, which has three parts: the input, the process, and the output. The input shows the socio-demographic profile of the respondents. The process shows that the researchers would like to conduct inline survey through dissemination of questionnaire. The output shows that this study likes to know the impact of wages on employee productivity. There is a relationship between socio-demographic profile and the impact of wages on employee productivity. The questionnaire was divided into two main sections: a personal data sheet or the profile and the summary. The question was structured using Likert format. It can be seen that majority of the respondents belong to age bracket of 20–25 years old, suggesting that most of the respondents are youths. Based on the table, the majority of the respondents are female. Over 68% were higher than male respondents, over 32%. This indicates a big gender gap, and this gap may be due to men not participating in a company. The data table results indicate the majority of respondents are bachelor's degree holders, over 62, confirming that majority of workers in teleperformance of the Philippines are qualified. The data table results shows that respondents are experienced, with over 34% of doing this job. The results indicate that plays a greater role because mean scores for overall of the sample 366, the highest rated aspect. Employee needs other incentives, not only pay, and the mean score was 4.34. The results indicate that the employee productivity among teleperformance of the Philippines in Pasig City is generally high. This is indicated by the total mean score of 380 to 5. The highest rated aspect employees' productivity plays important role of organizational performance mean equals 444. The majority of the respondents were young people with a bachelor's degree, confirming that the majority of teleperformance workers of the Philippines are well educated. The wage was generally high, indicating that respondents used all of the necessary skills in the company. The objective of this study is to examine the impact of wages on employee productivity in Tartu Rockwell Business Center, Pasig City. The result: wages is essential for employee productivity because employee needs other incentives, not only pay and rewards. Participate moral of employees. Wages increases talent of labor in teleperformance of the Philippines, give good salary to promote quality of work. While the employee productivity plays important role for organizational performance and the fast factors that increase employees' productivity are good capital. The researchers suggest that based on the study's results and conclusions, companies should allow men to take an active role in achieving productivity. In order to succeed in teleperformance of the Philippines, it is important to enable persons in their late adulthood years to share their experience and expertise with youths. This is because the study was dominated by Tartu Rockwell Business Center, Pasig City, who were overlooked in their adulthoods. Companies should have a minimum wage such government or public enable to achieve an efficient work.